It feels like there's a lot of negativity around in the media and maybe with some of the England fans as well after those first two performances. Is that a bit harsh when you're still unbeaten? And I wonder what the mood's like in the camp.
Yeah, no, mood's really high, and you try not to get involved in the outside world, because what we've got is a real tight group, a real togetherness, and like you said, we're sat here with 4 points, and it's probably the standards that we've set that it's not 2 wins, but it's still 4 points. We're still top of the group, and we're still in control of our own destiny. And we go with Tuesday's game, win that, and then we're going into the knockouts. But there's a lot to get to that win. They're a really good side. A lot of respect to them, and I think every game is so different. It's my first tournament, but the teams that you come up against all pose different threats. And Serbia were very direct. Had a lot of crosses in the box, and Denmark were a lot more technical, I thought. But again, I guess that's tournament football, and the teams were really good opposition. So we know Tuesday will be a difficult game, but we know what we have to do, and we're calm about it. We're not sat here with 2 games, 2 losses, bottom of the group. We're, like I said, still in a really good position. So looking forward to the game Tuesday, I think.
The manager said that the squad generally has some fitness issues, and 2 vital players in Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane seem to be struggling a little bit. How worried should we be about where those 2 are at right now?
No, I wouldn't be worried. You're coming off the back of a really big season. The games that we've had are quite, I think it was 4 days after the Serbia game that we played the other night as well. So I think it's challenging for everyone. I think everyone was out on their feet, especially after the second game as well, that quick turnaround of the games. And like I said, that's when it's important that everyone's ready for their opportunity, because you never know when it's going to come. And everyone's in a good place. They're just running a lot, so probably tired. But no, everyone's in a good place, and I feel like everyone's ready when needed.
Just looking at the other games out here, there's a lot of high-intensity pressing from the teams that are doing well. Can you sort of explain how England press? Because it has been a bit of a debate.
Yeah, no, I think it's, the games that we've had, especially the first game, Serbia were, like I said before, very direct, went forward, and we knew that, if we maybe stepped on a bit too much, the second balls, we'd leave ourselves open, in the middle of the pitch. So, I think it's finding the right balance. And I think in games we've done, Deck done one the other day when he won the ball back on the edge of the box. And it's just finding the right moments and the right balance to go, because, like you said, it's challenging to press for 90 minutes. I don't think any team can do that. But it's picking the moments, and as soon as you win the ball back a couple of times high up the pitch, the opposition will then, they might go longer, or they might think again about trying to play out from the back when you get that success from it. But not all the time you're not going to get success, but it's about sticking with it. And when we do win the ball back in the dangerous positions like we done the other night.
Suggestions from both Declan Rice and Gareth Southgate that maybe some of the players are almost trying too hard and care too much. Do you see that?
I think it's difficult to say care too much, because you're playing for a country at a tournament. Of course, you want to put everything into the game, but I think it's important to find that balance of, yes, you want to be hyped up for the game, but not too much where your emotions can kind of boil over. And then, not the other end of the spectrum where, you're too calm and too chilled on the pitch. So I think it's about finding that balance in terms of being calm, being ready. And I think we've got that in the changing room a lot. And, I think the first game was, we put everything into that to win that game. I think we spoke about in the build-up of that, winning that first game, getting off to a good start. And, we wanted to win the second game as well. Of course we did. But in the end, we took the point. And like I said, it's all for Tuesday now. We're in a really good position. And, I've been a fan of England. This is my first major tournament. I remember watching the last Euros and the World Cup. We were sat with 4 points after 2 games. So, it's the same position as before. It's, calm minds around the camp. Players have been here longer than some players, know what it takes. And I think the main message is, we're calm, we're ready, and we look forward to the challenge on Tuesday.
Are you watching the rest of the tournament? Which teams do you think are doing better? And especially, what do you think about the Spanish team? And if Jude has told you something about it. Thank you.
And I thought you'd ask about Spain because they're doing so well. But no, there's been lots of really good sides that have started really well. I think Germany and their country as well have started really well. There's a couple of underdogs that I've been really impressed with. Turkey played the other day, and I thought that was Turkey against Georgia was just all-out war, and I thought it was brilliant to watch. So, there's been lots of teams that have started really well, but, it's still early days. We're 2 games in, sorry. So lots more opportunities for games to come up, but yeah, of course, Spain are doing well. I'm sure that's why you asked the question.